Hamas' shadow now stretches far beyond the ruins of Gaza, reaching into the very heart of London's protest scene, where questions are mounting over who is shaping the message on Britain's streets. As Gaza struggles under a fragile and uncertain truce, huge UK demonstrations are increasingly fronted by a figure whom Israel brands a Hamas operative, raising fears that militant agendas are bleeding into mainstream protest. While diplomats haggle over Gaza's future around conference tables, European capitals are now asking who really stands behind the megaphones, and whether some of the loudest voices are tied to designated extremist networks. According to reports cited in the Times, a man repeatedly accused of being a Hamas operative has become the public face of Britain's pro-Palestine marches, turning a grassroots movement into a battleground over national security and free speech. The man at the center of the storm is Zaher Birawi, identified as chair of the Palestine Forum in Britain, one of the principal groups helping to organize the mass marches that have filled central London since the Gaza war erupted. His organization, the Palestine Forum in Britain, sits inside the broader Palestine Coalition, a network credited with staging at least 20 major rallies across London this year alone, drawing tens of thousands into the streets. One of those demonstrations backed hunger-striking activists linked to Palestine Action, a group prescribed as a terrorist organization, further blurring the line between lawful protest and open support for banned extremism. Israeli authorities have labeled Zaher Birawi a high-ranking, well-known Hamas operative, accusing him of helping to organize repeated Gaza flotillas designed to challenge Israel's naval blockade and project Hamas-aligned narratives worldwide. Research groups seen as sympathetic to Hamas describe Birawi as a longtime organizer of flotilla campaigns whose stated aim is to break the siege on Gaza, combining activist theater with pointed political messaging against Israel's blockade. Outlets such as Middle East Monitor have presented Birawi as a journalist and as head of the International Committee to Break the Siege on Gaza, framing his work as part media advocacy and part coordinated global solidarity effort. He has also been named as a founding member of the International Freedom Flotilla Coalition, the umbrella network behind multiple high-profile aid ships that have repeatedly sailed towards Gaza in defiance of Israeli warnings. In the UK Parliament, Labour MP Christian Wakeford went further, using parliamentary privilege to name Zaher Birawi as a senior Hamas operative, thrusting the London-based organizer into the center of a heated national debate. UK's Labour MP Christian Wakeford said, "This House rightly voted to proscribe Hamas in its entirety in November 2021. It is therefore a serious national security risk for Hamas operatives to be living here in London." Wakeford also listed Ziad El-Alul, another figure linked to the Palestine Forum in Britain. Among four alleged Hamas operatives, he says form part of a wider support network embedded in the UK. Intelligence-linked reports claim Birawi has for years used Britain's broad freedoms of speech and association to disseminate messaging that closely tracks Hamas' political line, while operating under banner of civil society activism. He previously held senior posts at the Palestinian Return Center, an organization Israel accuses of acting as a European hub for Hamas-linked figures, a charge the center and its supporters strongly deny. Since the Gaza war exploded, London has hosted wave after wave of vast pro-Palestine marches, with the Palestine Forum in Britain among the leading organizers coordinating routes, speakers and slogans for crowds that fill the capital streets.